What's up, YouTube? What's up, DC? What's up, humans? Part 2 of got caught before I got to take care of a rapist. Alright? We're going to give you a little replay. I'm leaving names out because of victims. But my daughter's sister had a sexual assault against her. You know, a couple guys, blah, blah, blah. They raped her. It was straight up a rape. They took her in the woods. She was 13 years old. So we can say a child rapist, okay? Took her in the woods. They did that. I get a call. I'm not with her mother or nothing, like with my daughter's mother, who's their mother. But still, they know who to talk to, who to call out, reach out when something crazy happens like that. Because a lot of that shit is handled on the street a lot of times. You know, a lot of y'all don't know nothing about that. You see it on TV and you really think that it, but I'm living proof, okay? Here's what happened, though. So anyways, to speed it up, watch part 1 and you get up to this part. But, okay, I snatched Shorty out unexpectedly. I see him at a stop sign. I'm whistling people. Bam, that's him right there. I snatch him out the car. Now I'm taking a high pursuit chase. I'll fast forward in this because I told part 1, y'all. So, as I go to high speed, I go around my main man Creature's rib shack. Pal, he's looking out the window like, what's going on? Because I got state cops, I got cavalry, I got helicopters, and I'm hauling ass towards D.C. on Pennsylvania Avenue. But then after D.C., I'm going to hit PG County before I hit D.C., so I got to come across this bridge. So forget that. I bail, because the only thing I'm worried about, y'all, is get rid of a handgun. Say no to violence, say no to drugs. Especially handguns, y'all. They ain't no good. So anyways, I bail up to Wace's Corner. And so that's where Anne Arundel and Coward come together. There's some borderlines in there, which was, I don't know. I don't really. So I'm like, where do I? Because the reason I bailed y'all is because the river's there, like I said, Patuxent River. So anybody knows somebody, like, I don't know, but a lot of my boys from D.C. and, you know, from D.C., I got several instances where I bailed on police. I took one where I took an IROC into a pond, okay? Or Camaro, whatever you call it, into a pond. Because I was dirty and rather have them catch me with fleeing and eluding or faulty equipment on the vehicle, you know what I'm saying, y'all? Because they don't got no forensic technology gonna come out and, you know, anyway. So the reason I'm bailing is because of this handgun. Because everything involved, but I bail up to Wace's Corner with this, and so I see the Patuxent River. Well, there's no way, y'all. Now they do the cops move on me. They got a helicopter. They got Anne Arundel, Calvert, and state police. They got me boxed in, 1, 2, 3. They boxed me right in the middle of them. So I can't do nothing. But they slow down, stop. Wrong. There had to be a trailer park there, which once again, this is very wrong. Because I put the public in safety, I put kids in safety. Don't know who's playing out there. I bust through 2 trailers. Shoot right through the grass, right through 2 trailers. They're all mesmerized. They're fucked up. They're not using no shit like this, right? So, as soon as I get the corner, bow. I know the helicopter's on me. I'm not going nowhere. There's a helicopter. But see, I couldn't make it to the water. The water was farther. So as I bail around the corner, bam, I throw that handgun. Pow. Underneath one of the trailers. I take 2 more trailers down. Okay. Meantime, I don't know what's going on with the car, the occupants, the guy we picked up, the other 2 cats, or only 1 more. I dropped the 1 boy off. That's right. Anyways, we don't need it. On the way, I dropped the other cat off. So, I'm on my hands and knees, hands behind my back. I'm on my hands and knees when the police come around the corner. They're swarming from everywhere. And I know ass whipping. I mean, they're going to beat the shit and mistreat me bad. If I do this in PG County and I do this in D.C., now, if they knew ahead of time like these cops did, which I don't know how they knew, you know, I still to this day don't know how they knew who I was driving my other boy's car. Eddie, I'm driving my roommate's car. It's not even in my name. But the thing is, though, is when they handcuff me, they put me behind my back, I'm waiting for all this torture, mistreatment, all this. Because their handcuffs too tight. Oh, no, man, they're good. I know that clink, clink, I'm thinking this is going to happen. Don't happen. This is Calvert County, y'all. Hands out to Calvert County police. They're doing real justice, okay? I got no problem with Calvert County. They put me in the front seat of the car. Now, front seat, not the back seat. Turn the air condition. He says the air condition, because it's about 98 degrees, and I'm pouring sweat, you know, all this shit going on. And he says the air conditioning cool enough for you. And I know the heat's coming on now. You know, oh man, I done ran from, I done all this shit. They're gonna turn the heat on full blast, leave me in this car. Wrong. Turn the air conditioning on full blast. So he gets back in the car, and I'm still ruined about how to just leave me sit in the car, handcuffed, no police are sweating me like I just took his high pursuit chase. I snatched the guy out the car. They got an eyewitness on the phone, evidently, you know, that I grabbed this guy in the middle of an intersection, and I'm getting treated with kid gloves, y'all, for real. Now, mind you, there's legal connections involved, whereas like my daughter's sister's granddad was a prominent lawyer down there, and he knew, of course, judges and stuff. But once again, how they process this during a high-speed chase, y'all, I don't know. Whatever they went on, I still will never know, because I did like that. But, so anyways, so he comes back to the car, and he looks over at me, and he goes, man, if that would have been my daughter, this is when I knew they knew who I was. He said, if that would have been my daughter that happened to, I would have killed them. And my words is just straight back to him before I invoked, because they ain't questioned me yet. No, I'll get to that point. So I said, man, y'all want to let me go? We wouldn't have to worry about court. Okay, which was, back to the point, we did have a hole dug. I'm just telling y'all a true story, how things could go. This went right for me that I got caught. Y'all young people watching this, it went right that I got caught, because what could have transpired. And I'm going to tell you how even more treacherous the streets were, and I kind of was back then too, is, okay, we had a hole dug by the railroad track in West Virginia. When I say we, it had nothing to do with nobody with me. But I got this other cat with me. As I'm doing this stuff, y'all, I realized before the police was even chasing, I got to that point that, can I trust him? If I have to do what I want to do, if I want to kill this punk, right, because I'm not turning him over to the police, I would have to kill my guy beside me, man, because he wasn't one of my boys. And man, look at that shit now. See, this is how stuff transpired. Thank God I got caught. I'm not saying I would have done that. I'm not saying I had it in me to do that. But I knew that it was inevitable. That if I had got away and I got this witness, and I don't know what would have happened, y'all. So say no to guns, say no to drugs, and all that. But back to the point. So the police, as he tells me now, yeah, I would have took care of him. Then he's like, they want to ask me a question. I said, I exercise my right to remain silent. I politely, this is what y'all use on them, y'all. My attorneys always know. They told me this real young. Officer, I politely exercise my right to remain silent without an attorney present. I refuse to answer any questions. They can't ask you shit, y'all. They can't ask you nothing. You can keep your mouth shut from now on out. You cannot ever help yourself by running them guns. Here's like, man, look, here they even try to okey doke. You get down to the police station, mind you. They're charging me as another cat's name who owned the car. I don't have no ID on me. They don't believe that I'm not him. They're charging me with his shit. But that's another part of a story that we don't need to get it that long, but we can. But then I forgot, see, when I was getting to this second point, okay, so they take me down, they can't ask me nothing. Boom, I'm booked, kidnapping, blah, 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 whatever, all this other shit. Because they had to charge me, because that's what I did, even though it was a rapist that they were looking for, y'all. You understand that, right? So, anyways, boom, $50,000 bond, which was generous. That was easy, low bond, man, that was cool. So now here comes player. Y'all understand why I say I was a player, and you can't deny this. I got the police coming down to me after I see the magistrate who set your bond. And they're saying, man, look, you got to calm these females down out front, because you got two groups of females that are fighting over who's going to bond a brother out on a $50,000 bond, y'all. And you know what? I'll tell you what, we're going to make the part 3 coming up next, because this is too much for keep it going on, y'all. But females fighting in the parking lot. Man, bums calling back these gang boys. They talk about they ain't gangs and all that. Man, I got $1,000 bond. I need $100 to get out. I got women fighting over $50,000 bond. Who's going to pay for it? Part 3 coming up, y'all.